Suppose some entity wanted to find gasoline prices at all gas stations across the United States. But in the interest of saving time and money, they could use either a cluster sample or a multi-stage sample. Both of these two approaches require doing the following thing. You would start out with 50 potential states that you could travel to, but only 5 of them would be randomly selected from the 50. Let's suppose Minnesota was one of those 5 states. After that, they would look at all the counties within each of those states and randomly select 4 of those counties. And then they would go into those counties to get their data. Now here's where the two approaches differ. In a cluster sample, all of the gas stations in those counties selected would be surveyed to see what the gas prices were. So a cluster ends up with a census from within each county. So think of C for cluster and C for census. But in multi-stage, once it's whittled down to the counties that have been selected, then perhaps they would just randomly select 3 gas stations from each of those counties. So a multi-stage ends up with an SRS within that final tier of groupings, like in this case the counties. Neither one of these two samples gives us a very good cross-section of the entire United States. They're just designed to save time and money, and we should be able to see that neither one of these represents an SRS. They will both violate the second part of the definition of an SRS every time. If you think about it, we can never have a sample that involves gas stations from more than 6 states because we automatically whittle it down to just 5 states to begin with.